Hi everyone, I'm Tanya from The Happy Body. I wanted to talk about goal setting, and it's kind of feels a bit like a boring topic. But I think it's an important one because really, unless you understand what you're looking to achieve, how do you determine how to get there? And I'm driven so mental by this idea out there that you can get a bikini body in 6 weeks, or you can get a washboard set of abs in 8 weeks, or I don't know, all that crap that gets sold out there so that you can pick up the magazine and buy it. It's all a load of bullshit. I think we get caught up in it because we haven't really looked at what our goals are. So we're not sure. So we kind of get waylaid by, oh, well, that looks like a nice goal. Instead of being clear what it is we want to achieve and then setting our minds to it and then deciding how we're going to get there. If you have worked towards the goal that you're trying to achieve and you've made changes in your life that are aiding the behavior that will support that goal, then it's probably likely you can achieve that in a relatively short space of time. But if you're doing a complete U-turn and you've been living an incredibly unhealthy life, not really exercising, and suddenly you decide you want a bikini body in 8 weeks, well, guess what? It's not going to happen. So you need to just also think about how long you've been doing what you've been doing, and then think about how long it might take you to change and to achieve that goal. My point is, don't think about it short term. That's not going to happen. Take some time, have some patience, and be prepared to work. You know, when you buy a house, how long do you expect before you'll get a return on that investment? And typically, when people buy houses, they know that they're not going to be able to sell in 6 months' time and make a fat profit. It's more likely you're going to buy a house for a long-term investment. So why do we think that somehow it works differently with our bodies? That we can treat it like shit and put crap into it and not exercise or move regularly or think toxic thoughts, whatever we do to our bodies, and then somehow we want it to be right in 3 months' time. That's not going to happen. Try and set some milestone goals along the way. So break it down into short term, medium term, and long term. And your long term is like a year or two. What do you want your life to look like a year from now or 2 years from now? Do you want to be off your medication? Do you want to be able to be running 5Ks comfortably? Do you want to fit into a smaller size clothing? Then go to medium term goals from, say, I don't know, 3 to 12 months. I want my clothes to feel looser. I want to be exercising probably 3 times a week. I want to be skipping breakfast on a daily basis. Those sorts of things that are kind of milestones for you to recognize en route to your long-term goal. Then it's short-term goals, and that's anything from day to day, week to week, month to month for the first few months. I want to start intermittent fasting. I want to skip breakfast at least 3 times a week to begin that process. And I want to be perhaps preparing a really healthy dinner in the evenings. I'm going to focus purely on that, and I'm going to get that going for the first few weeks. I think it's important to have these goals and to write them down so that you can keep referring to them and see if you're on track. And if you're regularly not on track, then you've over-expected. Make it a bit easier. Let's make it a bit more realistic so that I can achieve them, because what you don't want to do is feel bad about yourself. Make sure you reward yourself on the milestones. So good luck with that. If you found this post helpful, please share it, please like it, and I will see you again soon.